Hi, and welcome back to Holistic Developer channel. I hope you have this energy that is coming from spring finally starting to show off. I don't know how you are, but for me, that's kind of a next level of energy. I feel really happy. I feel like super pumped of doing a lot of things, getting out and starting to do stuff. But you are here at the Holistic Developer channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, happy to see you back. And in today's video, I actually want to answer one of your questions. And that question was asked during one of the videos that I posted, is that what am I considering when I'm evaluating a job offer? What are the criteria that I evaluate to determine will I be happy accepting that software engineering role or not? So what is my thought process that is going in my head when I'm evaluating an offer? So thank you for this question. It's actually a great question, and I don't think there's only like one or two things or always the same thoughts going through my mind. But I sat down and I started to think about, okay, what are actually the things that I always think of, and I wrote them down here on paper, and I'll be using them to answer your question. So as I said, this is a follow-up to my video that I posted previously, like why I was not interested in working at Facebook, why I didn't want to move forward in the process and getting to the final interview loop, even if I passed everything up to that. Why did I decline that the interview with Facebook, and I didn't want to go further? So without further ado, I will share with you the thoughts that I use in considering a job opportunity, a job offer. So they are not in any particular order, and all of them have different, let's say, weight in the process in determining if I will accept an offer. Will I be happy with that or not? So the very first one is that what is the opportunity growth that I will have at that company with that role? Will I be able to grow as a software engineer? Will I be able to gain new skills? Will I be working in an area in the code base that will be challenging enough for me to grow and get to the next level in my career, in my software craftsmanship? Will I be working using design patterns or using a different domain? Or is it like all of that? Like, what is the opportunity? Is that something that I haven't done and is the next thing that I want to get better at or not? So it's like it's those kind of things that I think about. And also, besides of the skills level, is that a good thing, the next right strategic thing for me, for my tech career, to take that position or not? So that's the kind of the very first things that go through my mind. The next thing is that, will that position be more a position for a builder or a developer, a programmer, or be actually a position for a maintainer, a person who just maintains the code, fixes bugs, and doesn't do much of green development? I know there is not one role that will be only green development and stuff like that. You always have to maintain stuff, but it's basically a balance. How much of my time will be spent on actually maintaining something or building something? So if it's a lot of opportunity to build things, then that will have kind of an impact on my decision. The next thing is, what is the tech stack? Will the tech stack that I will be working in, it's something that I'm excited about? Is that something that I will find enough support, let's say, in the community? If I'm stuck with something that I haven't done before and I need to do it, will I find enough books, forums, tutorials, courses, or what else is necessary for me to learn the skill that is needed and actually enjoy it? Because maybe even if all of that support is available, all the stack, like all the forums, like it's really popular, but if I don't enjoy that programming language or that stack, that might be something that will be also that will maybe lower the chances of me accepting that offer. The next thing is that, what is the team like? What are the practices? Will it be will I enjoy being part of that team? Will I be able to integrate into that team and be actually a valuable part of that? Do I like the practices that they have or not? The next thing, it's obviously the company mission, company values and culture. Do I want to be associated with that mission? Will I be excited to actually have a positive impact on that, or actually will be that something that I won't feel good about? If I can't relate to the mission of the company or the impact that I'll have, that might be something that again that will be taken in consideration when I take that decision. The next thing that I have here is something that I think everybody should consider, is that will that position or that new offer that you get as a software engineer or principal engineer or developer or whatever other technical role you have, or not technical, other roles you have, will that offer or job give you or allow you to have a decent work-life balance? Because if you don't have a good work-life balance, if you're not paying enough attention to your health, to your mental health, you won't be able to be happy as a person, and you will definitely won't be able to be and do a good, or actually an excellent job, a professional job. You won't be able to develop professional. You won't be able to get to the next step where you want to be. You'll be stuck. So that's an important part also. Next thing is that will my background, my skills, be a valuable asset? Will I be able to hit the road running? Meaning, will I be able to provide value? Yeah, it's not necessary that I'll know everything, but the things that I already know, the experience that I already gathered, will that be something that will be a plus, a positive impact on the team, product, and company, or not? That's important. The next thing is that I have here, it's something that is really hard to describe, but it's definitely there, is the fact that how am I feeling about that? Like I listen to the gut feeling. Like if my gut feeling tells me that yes, I should go with that, then I will go with that role. If my gut feeling is telling me otherwise, I will listen to that. So that's something that is important, and I try to do a lot of times. Next thing is that what is the risk of taking this job opportunity? And by risk, I mean, is that something that it's risky for you from the aspect of which direction do you want your career to go? Is that a risk or actually an advancement? Security part of this as well, like is that a job for the next 3 months, or is that something that is more secure and you can develop there? What I'm saying is that if the job opportunity that you get is like for 3 months and you learn a lot, it's a lot of like there's a huge potential for growth, for learning new things, then definitely that's something that I consider, and I hope that will be something considered as well by other people. What I mean is like you have to look at this into from a bigger picture, not just the next 3 months, but let's say 6 months or a year or 2 or 5, kind of see if is that the right next strategic thing for you for your career and the next thing you have to do. And obviously I look at things of, it goes back to the team, but also the manager. Who will be the manager I'll be working with? Is that the person I will enjoy to work with? Is that the person that I will respect and want to help and grow and get to the next level? Is that the person who will be able to help me grow, guide me, and be a mentor, and help me get to the level that I want to be, help me develop professionally and personally, and be a role model for me? So those are the things that I'm looking at. And finally, it's also the benefits package. It plays an important role, but it is not the majority. It doesn't take the majority space in the decision making, because it's, let's say if a company offers, let's say, $250,000, but you don't feel good about it, if you're not your gut feeling, it tells you don't do that because you won't feel happy, you don't like the team and stuff like that, I would definitely suggest not to take that opportunity. But again, that's my saying. This is what goes through my mind. All of these things that I mentioned, they all have their weight in the decision that I take. So yeah, I think I shared about 10 things, and 10 aspects that I think about when I'm thinking like, will I be happy in this role? Should I accept this software engineering offer? Is the benefit package good enough? Will I like, do I want to work at a fan company? That's kind of a really, really big question. I don't think about that from that level. I'm thinking at, will I have enough growth opportunity working as an engineer in a fan company? Will I enjoy working in the team as a software engineer in a fan company? Will I be happy and want to support the mission that the team has and the company has in the fan company, and so on, right? I'm not just looking at the prestige and stuff of where do I work and stuff like that. That's the things that goes through my mind. So I'm sure a lot of people won't have the same thought process or the same things that matter for them, but you asked me to share what makes me happy or what goes through my mind to decide if I want to work at a company. Or actually the question was, what makes you excited to work at a company? So those are the things that I shared with you. Like, those are the things that I am evaluating, and at the end, that's what makes me excited if I want to work at a company. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that kind of showed you what goes through my mind. And if that was something that is useful, and you think that it might be useful for other people who are considering exploring other job opportunities or are right now evaluating should they move to a different place or not, please share with them. Hopefully that will be some inspiration to determine if they want to go to the next step in accepting or not accepting that offer, and even consider it or not. And obviously, like it, share, as I said, and subscribe if I haven't done so. I'm always looking forward to your questions, your comments, and I think that's a wrap for this video. I'm wishing you happy engineering as always, and hope you are getting some good spring vibes going your way. Thank you for being here until the end. I really appreciate it, and bye-bye.